What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Talk. As usual, I'm your host, Patrick Hennessy, joined by Brian DeGennaro, the legend, Brennan Kramer, and Paraskevas Xenophontos. How's everyone doing?
Good, man. How about you?
Great.
Honestly, I cannot be better. Life is good. Life is getting back to normal. Baseball is back. Last time we talked, baseball was on its way to coming back. We announced July 1st was going to be the first day of summer camp. The season's set for July 23rd, July 24th. Who knows at this point? But the Yankees are back in the Bronx. We've seen them work out over the past couple of days. Some highs, some lows. Personally, I say we just get right into the kind of low point of summer camp thus far. And that was yesterday when Masahiro Tanaka was facing Giancarlo Stanton. And he threw him a slider that did not break whatsoever. And Stanton kind of hit it right back at Tanaka's head. Not a pretty sight to see. The clip spread all over social media. Music continued playing in the ballpark. Judge was pissed, and we don't really see Judge getting pissed too often. So what do you guys think about the whole situation?
Well, considering the reports today that Tanaka escaped with a mild concussion and is not really showing any symptoms now, I'm just going to go out on a limb. Thank fuck. Because it was reported that Stan hit 112 off the bat.
Yep.
Now, if that hits anywhere here, Tanaka's done. I think it'd have been at the side of the head, but It's just watching it, hearing the sound of it hit off the bat and then off of his head. At that point, you could think, okay, now you have to put his well-being instead of just his playing career. But the fact that there's a good chance he'll be ready for opening day is
I'm sure he will be.
A blessing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously you don't want to see someone get hurt like that. And the circumstances were just crazy. It was, sort of a perfect storm of things. Giancarlo Stanton hanging slider right back in the head. So, I mean, it definitely could have been worse. So it's just good to see that he seems to be okay.
And Stanton, just in that position, he knows how it feels to get hit in the head.
Oh,
he
had
a whole,
think of that.
He had a whole facial fracture when he was with the Marlins. And going back, I think Jack Curry tweeted before he got hit in the head, Tanaka, his game was off. He threw 12 pitches. Everything was out of the zone. His fastball was down. So, well, obviously it was the first day of camp and he was doing his first simulated game. I believe he got back to the United States from Japan a day or two before summer camp. So he's gonna have the jitters and everything, but I'm just thankful that he's not hurt. It's a mild concussion and didn't get worse than what it was already at when he got hit.
Yeah, because immediately when I saw it, I immediately thought of Dan Jennings, which was like in 2015 when he was on the Marlins. That ball went so high, actually, Echeverria caught it, but he had brain, I think he had something wrong, but he was like passed out, like standing up and everything. I just immediately thought of, okay, is he going to be okay? Just he has a family as well. You just think of all baseball kind of goes out the window at that moment, and you're just hoping that he is okay, and thankfully he is. I mean, could have been a lot worse, and I think we all kind of expected it to be a lot worse based on what we faced last year. But for the first, I'm not going to say that just yet, but just from the reports we have so far, Tanaka's escaped a pretty big injury.
Yeah, 100%. And also, I think the key thing here is that, just the whole aftermath of it, too, is kind of troubling, I guess, only because of how kind of that personal kind of experience kind of spread like wildfire. And like I said before, we'd never see Judge get mad over anything. The only thing previously that I could really say we saw Judge kind of express harsh feelings about was the Astros saga. So now when he comes out and he's like, there's no reason that clip should have been put out there. And he was also pissed because the stadium kept playing music and no one was really acknowledging the fact what was going on. I think it just shows the severity of the situation, but it also shows the bond of the team and truly how much all these guys really care about each other, regardless of the circumstances. And also Stanton's reaction after he hit the ball was priceless. I mean, he knew right when he hit that ball, he's like, damn. Because I think Parra just said it, or Brennan, he knows the feeling. He went through that traumatic experience. He didn't even know if he was going to be able to play again because just the whole mental aspect of it. Like, there's a physical aspect where, like, you need complete facial reconstruction, but then there's also that mental aspect of how do you go back in the box after that. So overall, I want to say that that's definitely a whole event that the Yankees should just be thankful because it could have taken a severely wrong
Even
turn.
Glaber sent out a tweet. I think it was a 2-part tweet. He says, I know that's your job to post this stuff, but even if you have the angle, you should not post it. And because there's a lot of media outlets who talked about the story. They only showed Giancarlo Stanton's reaction and the reaction when Tanaka was on the ground. There's some that actually took their advice and even posted Tanaka getting hit in the head.
Yeah. And also, let me say one thing here. For all you Yankee fans that I saw on social media yesterday bashing Stanton for this, saying, oh, it's just another thing Stanton's doing bad for this team, you should be ashamed of yourself, and you should just not even call yourself a Yankee fan. You should not even call yourself a human at this point. Because if you're going to bash Giancarlo Stanton for accidentally hitting a line drive back at Tanaka, you should be genuinely ashamed of yourself, and you should never put on Yes Network or any TV station, as a matter of fact, for the rest of your life. So thank you.
And everyone's saying the L screen would have protected it. I honestly think that ball was hit so much back up the middle. I truly don't think an L screen would have protected against anything. But they also said that you don't use an L screen during that because you want to be as close to real-time game as you can get.
Well, they did today.
Well, of course they did today.
Yeah.
That's what – because of after what happened. No, I heard Montgomery after Tanaka pitch requested it, and so did Paxton today.
I would too after being a witness to that.
Kind of a little bit off topic. I watched Paxton today. Actually, I heard Matt Blake told him to change his grip a bit, and Paxton's not only getting kind of more jump to his fastball, but he's getting tail to it, and he looked really good.
Matt friggin' Blake. That's all I have to say. Matt friggin'
It's
Blake.
all about spin rate. They say kind of like have him rest his thumb on the ball to get more spin. He says he's not really used to it just yet, but just from watching him against righties and lefties, throwing all three pitches, Wade didn't even touch a baseball. What's new? He's not a good hitter. He made Andujar look really bad. I think he threw him an inside or a backdoor cutter and didn't even reach the plate. But Paxton looked great tail on the fastball, and yeah.
Also,
Who would have thought hiring a pitching coach under the age of, what is he, 33, 34 years old?
He's young.
And
you mean hiring a pitching coach under the age of 75 would be a decent idea?
Yeah, I'm surprised that Larry even lasted as long with Boone because, like, Boone and his whole team has nothing in comparison to Rothschild and his whole whatever he did with the Yankees pitching rotation because that was a complete disaster. I don't know how he stayed with the organization for that long, but regardless of that,
great, man.
Back to like the whole Corona kind of thing going on. The Yankees did get some positive and negative news. Kind of ironic saying positive and negative. Yeah, literally. When it comes to their test results. But Chapman and Gary were waiting for their results. They tested negative. Round of applause for them. Clap, clap, clap. But we do have two players that did test positive. I'm not sure if they were a part of the 1.8%. Does anybody know that? Or if these are extra? Or
all I know is that some of them, they have to approve for their results to be released.
Yeah.
No. Actually, I did find that out today because I was watching the summer camp. They actually got COVID before they got – they haven't gone through what they call the intake test, which is from MLB where you have to test – now they're going to have to test negative twice. And their test is different. It's not I think Colin McHugh posted a video on it. You just have to spit into a vial 15 times.
Okay, so the two players on the Yankees that tested positive were DJ LeMahieu and Luis Sessa. Kind of sucks that DJ tested positive, but he is asymptomatic, which is pretty key. As long as he doesn't develop symptoms or anything, it's possible that he could be ready for the start of the season, to be completely honest, because how long does it need to run its course? Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
You just have to find out. We don't truly know when he first got it because it's still it's kind of unclear because he wasn't. I don't think he actually was part of that percentage. So we just have to wait and see what happens.
But he never reported to camp.
No, he never reported
Exactly,
to camp because
so-
of that negative test.
Yeah, so all the guys, and they're tested every other day, right?
Yeah, so that's why it's
Yeah.
not the actual, like, honestly, for them, for their sake, thank God, because that test is
So, I
brutal.
mean, but I want to just say that even though Sess is showing mild symptoms, this is great news for the Yankees, especially considering you have a 60-man roster of players and only 2 of them tested positive for COVID and only one of them is showing symptoms. That's an awesome thing. And especially the 1.8%. That's huge news heading into the season. Now, obviously, players are going to contract it. It's only a matter of time, like throughout the season, going out, whatever. But as long as it's not a substantial amount of players like we discussed last week, I think that the season could go by just fine. And as far as DJ goes, hopefully he doesn't develop symptoms because we know with this virus, a lot of people can have it and they never develop any symptoms. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out.
I remember back in spring training before they canceled the rest of the spring training, remember Sanchez was immediately rushed to the hospital because he was having some flu-like symptoms and
Yeah.
due to
and we thought it was-
coronavirus, corona, but it was actually just a regular flu. So,
Yeah.
But also, guys, David Price opted out of the season.
Yeah, I saw that.
Freddie Freeman has the coronavirus, and he has
Really? I didn't see that.
That
Yeah,
one's
Fred.
a scary one because his manager said he's really not feeling well at all. Like, that's a scary one because he has at least one kid because the Halloween clip, but that one's a scary one.
Yeah,
I mean,
Trout-
but obviously, if you get it, like some people aren't gonna feel well. Like,
there's a lot of coaches that are 55 and plus, and a lot of them have health issues. A lot of them are opting out of the season. But a big
Yeah,
one
I mean-
that a lot of is the elite one, Mike Trout. He's expected to have a kid in early August. He said, "I'm uncertain about playing this year because I don't want to go
He
home."
said he's not comfortable, but I'm pretty sure he'll play.
I don't
I'm
think he
pretty
will.
sure he'll play. I think he will. Because if Mike Trout doesn't play, that's a really bad look for the league, and a lot of players would follow suit. So I personally, Mike Trout will play.
There wasn't an image on Twitter though, Mike Trout rounding third base with a mask on.
Yeah, I
So-
saw that.
And there was an image of Pablo Sandoval as well, who looks like he had a lot of fun in quarantine.
Poor
I don't think
Pablo.
he's been that. Oh, no, it was bad. Like,
I didn't see it.
I think he
Oh.
gained 50 pounds.
he looks like a bowling ball.
Here,
Yeah,
I'll
but he wasn't in shape before that.
No, but he made it kind of look playable. This is like, all I did was eat during quarantine.
remember when he
Yeah,
signed that
that's-
$84 million contract with the Red Sox and did
They're
absolutely
still
nothing?
paying him.
Yeah, they're paying him. Wow, Pablo really let himself go. Wow. Whoa, Pablo really let himself go. All right. Well, I want to say that that's all we kind of had to touch on today. Actually, wait, there was one more. Just a quick little tidbit from Yankees camp. Seeing Garrett Cole on the mound in street clothes with gym shorts and a Nike shirt on was the best thing I have seen in months. I don't know what it is, but it was badass on every level.
Oh, there's one more thing.
Give me that on every level. Yeah.
So tonight, or soon this is going up Monday. So tonight and then Tuesday, they're gonna actually be televising the inter squad games.
Yeah.
We know for Monday night, it'll be Schmidt versus Happ. Garrett Cole's pitching on Tuesday.
There you go.
I know they're not going to be running. They won't have the players running. It'll be under the lights as well. Yes, has said they're televising it. So, I mean,
Is there commentary?
that I don't know. Probably not. But hey, it's baseball. It's going to
So
be
cool.
interesting though. If it's going to be an inter squad game, are they going to use that L screen? I don't think they're going to because
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I mean,
No, they won't. They won't.
But going back-
they're professionals, so they'll.
But going back to Garrett Cole, I think he threw 60 to 70 pitches in the simulated game. He was striking out every single Yankees hitter left or right, but only one man hit a home run off of him, and that was Aaron Judge.
Yep.
So
Yep. And I think that's good. That's a good sign for everybody because Cole was nearing 100 miles per hour,
yeah,
and
95.
Judge launched one off of him. So
Mhm.
I think that we can't complain with anybody there.
Also, the
But-
pictures with Gary today. Gary looks great. Like
but Gary
normally,
always looks great. To be
Yeah,
honest,
spring training Gary.
Chapman
Yeah.
looked terrifying though. Have you guys seen what he always posts or what he's been posting during quarantine, throwing bullpens every
Yeah.
day? He
Oh, yeah.
looks
He's a beast.
more
Yeah.
muscled up than previous.
Yeah, but it's the same. Like all these guys do. Hicks always looks like a monster every year, and then you never know. But
Hicks had a press
regardless,
conference today.
excited to see the Yankees back. We're only a couple weeks away from opening day now at this point. weird to have opening day at the end of July, but we're getting through it. We will see you guys next week with hopefully only good news to talk about. We'll see you guys next week.